And today we're going to be creating an apple out of a polygon primitive. Now it's very similar to what we've done with a NURBS primitive, but there are a few differences, just some semantical differences within the materials that are here. Now what I did here, instead of using image planes, I created two polygon planes and applied a texture to both of these planes, one for the top view of the apple and one for the front view. Now basically all I did, and to match it up, if you had a problem with the image, if you worked on it in Photoshop, it should match up, but if not, you create your planes and you just select the scale tool and scale it down so that they even up. And another thing that I did here, I'm going to go ahead and open Window, go to Rendering Editors, go to Hypershade. And what I did here, I created two Lambert materials. Again, these are two matte materials. There are no highlights on them. And if I double click on one of them, if you go down to Common Material Attributes, I made it somewhat transparent, almost halfway transparent, so it makes it a little bit easier to kind of work through. Okay, so after that, make sure you're in the Polygons menu. Make sure you have the Polygons tab selected, and I'm going to select the Polygon Sphere button. And what I may do here, make sure you open up the tool attributes for the Polygon Sphere. I made the axis divisions 14 and the height 14 as well. So I'm going to put the cursor right here in the center of the screen and just zoom out, and there we go. So now I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of scale it in. Hopefully you can see it a little bit better. If you don't see it too well, I'm just going to hit the X-ray, and it allows you to see a kind of shaded view of your material, of your object, and you're able to also see the apple in the background. So again, if you click on this button here, this is for X-ray. You can also get there by going to shading, going down to X-ray as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of move this, centering it around where I want it to be. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stay in this view. Hold down the right mouse button, and unlike NURBS, here you'll see vertex, you see edge, and face. And in NURBS you have hulls, you have vertices, and you have isoparms. That's what makes this a little bit different. So I'm going to go under vertex, and again you see points here, and the points are directly at the intersections of where all of the edges are, and you see the points actually on the object instead of kind of ghosting right above the object. Okay, so at this point I'm going to go ahead and just start shaping the apple, or shaping the object into the vision of the apple. And you're just trying to follow the actual shape of the drawing behind you. I'm just using this scale button for the X, scaling in X. And if you have any problems with certain parts, you can always use the move tool. I'm going to move this out a little bit. And you see how angular it ends up becoming here, whereas a NURBS object, it still remains very smooth. Okay, just starting to create the actual shape of this apple, and we'll get back to more in the next video.